welcome everybody for this new live. Of course, like everybody, not every day basically, but every time we do live, I am little doubt always about the sound. So please tell me in the comment if the live and if especially the sound is working good. Tonight we're gonna speak about corners, especially, and I took some videos from some different skater in corners. I will speak. It's especially videos that were made in the World Order game in Barcelona this summer. So it's a bit different as it could be on a classic Vesmaco track because it was kind of a slippery track. So we will have some little difference compared to some other days, I think, but it's not big difference. And so let's go. Let's start with this video. So I will start with some basic, and I took a video of first from a French skater, Amanda, and I want to get in some point, especially in the corner. One of the most important point for me is always to lean very good on the left leg. So especially if you look at the pictures, the picture now, I think Amanda is doing quite good. She has very good leaning, and she put a lot of body weight on the left leg. So this is for me something quite important. And it's the main thing I like to focus on the technique on the corner, is to really have like she do now, to have this, you see, all the outside edge of the skate, of course, on the left leg, and really leaning to the outside. One of the common big mistake people would do is to lean too much, basically, because we always hear you have to lean in the corner, but if you lean too much inside the corner, you will basically lose some pressure on the skate, and then you lose some grip. So you must not forget that, especially when we are already on a bank track like this, when there is already an angle, and there is you don't need to lean so much because the track is already banked. So it's not it's one point that you have to use. Make sure you lean enough but not too much, so you delete the pressure on the skate. So one other point, so here you see she's doing some little so one other point that is very difficult to manage on the track is the landing of the skate. And you will see many skaters, they will land the skate, especially a little bit like she is doing now also here. You can see the skate is leaning from the back part, and this is the main problem most of the skaters will face. It's very difficult to manage to land the left skate very flat, and especially when it's slippery track like this, and when you want to make a full acceleration. But yeah, the best skater, they really manage this part very good actually. So I will try to go a little further. So two information we have now is, like I told you, leaning very good on the left leg like she is doing now, and make sure the landing is flat as much as possible. This is two very important key of success for the landing. So here we go again with the same, but even with slow motion, still from Amanda. So I like in this moment the landing of the left skate. You see, it's like it's gonna land from the front part of the skate, which is very good. But then at the last moment, boom, it become a bit different. Out of the corner, here she's landing from the back part of the skate, because you see she's really unbalanced at this moment. Probably it was slippery, the track at this part, so she missed one step, and she had to save a little bit her pressure. So That was the first example. I wanted to show basically the landing and the leaning. Here, in this example with the skater from USA, one of the fastest junior skater, I want to show you again, because I like the way he's doing his corner here. You see there is kind of a jumping out of the corner, especially now. Like he's having a little jump moment on the right leg, and I think it's a very good thing to do out of the corner. The problem when you are kind of jumping, like this jump here was very good. It's a little jump, but after the jump you have a moment, you create a moment where you have double contact, and it's very good for acceleration. Basically you see this in other sports, the double contact. When you redo straight line, remember it's the moment where both skates are on the ground. Here it's a little different double contact. It's kind of a jump double contact. It's like when you have, instead of having the rhythm very regular, then one moment you do, there is two steps that are closer in time, and this is very effective in many sports to create acceleration. For example, if you do a high jump, just before the jump, you will see the athlete from track and field, they will do like two steps super fast. They change the rhythm, and this is what he is doing actually out of the corner. On the right leg he's pushing fast, and then he's having, we see it better when it's in slow motion like this. You will see the right leg is pushing strong and having a little jump with two steps faster. So for me it's very good part of the technique. Here you can see very good. I really like the position. The leaning is very good. All his body weight is on the left leg, and he's staying very long on the left leg to make sure that this push is very good. The most important push here is the left leg. This is the power will come from the left leg. The right leg is kind of a little jump push, and the right leg is more a power push. So that's why you want to lean more on your left leg during almost the whole corner. There is a longer pushing time on the left leg compared to the right leg. Here we have Mathilde Pedrono. She's also very good with a push on the right leg, but she's having a little bit too much body weight on the right. So she made a lot of progress recently from junior to senior. She changed a lot. I think she worked a lot with Mathieu Bauer to correct this, but she had a few years ago mainly the body weight on the right legs during the corner, which means there is a lot of moments she cannot push, and now she's starting to have much more power and body weight on the left leg, so it's much easier to create power, and she's super powerful, so it's a very good moment for her when she can use more the left leg. And so you need a lot of balance on the left leg in the corner. So one of the most classic exercise we can do basically is learn how to stay on one leg, on the left leg in the corner. Most of the people we would work about the balance on the right leg, on the left leg, but when I do my training and when I teach skating, I repeat much more the one leg balance only on the left leg, because it's super easy to feel and to get in balance on the right leg, but to learn it on the left leg it's much harder. So I would do basically almost 80% of the workout mainly on the left leg during the training. So here we will have another situation. The one before was about sprint, now it's more about long distance. I think it was the elimination race, and we have two good examples in front, more than two actually, almost the whole pack is very good here. And we have Felix Reinen first. You can also go on his YouTube channel, he makes a lot of very cool video. And right behind we have Felix. We have Bart. What I like on them is the way they lean. They really focus on having the body weight on the left leg, like I say, and they are leaning just enough what is needed. And try to look how long Felix is staying on his left leg during the movement. Try to stay very long, I think, on his left leg during the push. And Bart is almost doing the same also for this. because when you also when you get like in this position for Bart, if you look at Bart at the moment, it's like not really what I want to do. Let's go back. I want my whiteboard. If you look at Bart here, he's totally leaning on his left leg and he's bringing back the right leg super slowly. I really like how he's doing. It's very close to the ground when he brings back the left leg, but he's still, you see here, he's still having a lot of pressure on all his wheels. He's leaning a little bit and he starts to push, but he don't need to push so much because all his body weight is giving him the pressure. So most of the power he's using at this moment is because of his body weight in the corner. You just have to put little effort to get some speed, but it's mainly almost free speed that he get from the his body weight here. We will go back a few times on this video because I think it's a good one. Next things we will look basically will be if we look on the second place we have Bart and we have Alex Couravente in third. Just try to look how similar they are. Here also Couravente is very well on all his body weight on his left leg. His little different timing in taking the step compared to Bart here. He's also, you see, landing very early. He's not lifting the right skate very high, so this is quite good. He's saving some energy also. Bart is doing almost the same things. And look how Bart is now. Lot of pressure, little leaning, and very the right skate coming not lifting so much the right skate. And Couravente is almost having the same. Very easy push with the left, and I really like this part. Also look at the landing of Bart. It's like you're gonna land with the front wheel first, so it's also a very good part. Landing first, front wheels, and then all the wheels together. It's really perfect for this. So that means also when he's able to do this, that means he's relaxed in his technique. When they don't make mistake like this, it's very like relaxed. Here a little difference, they are not in the same timing. I mean Bart and Couravente. But the push of Bart, you see, is probably a little more effective than the one of Couravente, but it's very close. Also here you can see Felix in front at this moment. It's an interesting moment because it shows the timing. It shows the timing of the skater. He's still pushing with the left leg and he just land the right leg. And when the right leg starts to land, basically you almost don't need to push anymore with the left leg. So this timing is super hard to find. If this timing is not good, then you will lose a lot of energy in the technique actually. So at this moment, very good point from Felix. He's landing at the right moment compared to the push he's doing with his left leg. After the video, we will go a little bit into some question a little later. So here we have another sequence. You see it was during the day, so even more slippery. You see how Elton is struggling and the Korean and the Italian skater. So let's go back, and here you can see basically here we can look the position of the skates next to each other. We will almost all the skaters they will not put a lot of difference like this for you. I don't know how it's on the video, but the left skate is a little bit in front compared to the right skate, but it's not like a big difference, and they are not completely side to side. If you want to turn easier, you want to have the left leg a little bit in front compared to the right leg. And here you can see they are doing almost the same. Also the Italian is maybe 1-2 wheels behind. Elton is about the same. The only difference in this picture is that Elton is leaning less. Like The Korean skater here, his hip is inside the left skate. The Italian, the hip is also leaning inside the left leg. And Elton, his hip is probably over his skate or not enough to the inside. So it's very hard to keep the inside part of the track at this moment for Elton, I think. To make sure you can keep your good trajectory, your good lines, you need to have your hip on the left part. And here it's very easy to see that Elton, his hip are falling a bit on the right of between his two skate. Also, it could skate very late. It was very hard. And after out of this corner, many people they are jumping because when it's slippery like this, when you have a slippery track, actually it's not a bad solution to try to jump a little bit. Because when you jump, that means you are pushing very down first. Remember, in most of my video about the push, I tell people to push down before pushing to the side. And here it gives you grip. So here they are jumping on the skate to get this push super down to make the wheels more flat, more contact surface between the track and the wheels, and it helps them to get a little more pressure on the skate, on the wheels actually. So here another position, it's the cross at the beginning of the corner. So one of the difficult part in the corner is also when you finish your straight line and you go to the corner, the way you lean your body to the inside is a very we call it the transition basically, and it's an important moment where you have to put more body weight on the left leg before the turn. And if you do this too late, it's very hard and you will mainly be the whole corner on your right leg. So let's look at this Colombian girl. Also, I took this example because of the landing here. You can see she will clearly land the left skate with the back part of the skate first, which is quite a problem because when you do this, all the time that the skate is landing back till this moment all the wheels touch, you cannot really push. You don't really have a push. So it's a big moment. If you accumulate all the moment where your skate is doing this during one lap, it's a lot of moment where you cannot create a good push. So it's quite a problem here for the skater. You see the right skate and is only the back wheels touching, and you will see the right skate kind of the same. It looks a bit that she will land very good because the skate is quite in good position now, but just the end of the movement she is struggling, and you see here it's clearly she will land on the back wheels first, and she's doing it quite much. So she loses a lot of power. She's super powerful, so she has an advantage for it. But I think she could make even faster lap time when she work a lot. If she would work a lot on the landing, and it's typical also from skaters who are super powerful. They will not especially have a very good landing during the corner and the straight line. So it's not the strongest point for the Colombian. You see, it's mainly that she has too much body weight on the back part of the skate, kind of a slippery part of the track. She's struggling. Then she corrects. She put more body weight on the left. Here she is good on the left leg. Quite good push here. Landing was not so bad. And here we can see something else. I give quite a lot of information, but the end of the push here. Let's go to this. At the end of the push, she's really extending the leg like this a lot. I don't recommend to do this so much. I like that you try to keep basically the front of the skate as much like this as possible, so you will keep a longer push with all your wheels. Here she's pushing just with the front wheels. Everybody's doing this at the end of the push, but she's really giving it, she'll just let it go too naturally, I would say. So she's also using a lot of effort at the end of the push. The right leg is doing better, but left leg you can see it's like almost like she have a problem with the shoes, like it's not holding enough. It's like almost breaking too much on the outside edge, the shoes at the moment, and maybe there is something about it. I will go here maybe we will see better if something's wrong with this left leg. Yeah, you see it's almost like the shoes is almost touching the ground. So that means there is a problem for in a technique in the setting of the skate maybe, or in the she probably put the frame very inside, or maybe the shoes is little soft and the carbon on the inside, so it's very hard for her to control the skate. So probably she want to control it better, but there is something I would say with the shoes that make it super hard for her to control. And then when you have this problem, you don't get a very good grip with your left leg. Here we have another situation. And you see many times also we say you have to be low in the corner, but basically in our sport we don't need to be so low. If you do off skate or dry land training, yes, you want to work your muscle, you want to work in a deep angle of situation, but in the reality when you look, the skater they are not so skating so deep like on the ice. So it's not totally necessary, because especially on a slippery track, because all the power is very at the beginning of the push here. Okay, one interesting thing about the corner is I like, I think it's, I would say it's probably Georgia Bombida, not sure, but I think it's her style. And she's a little over higher, in a higher situation than Mathilde. So that means when she is there, that means for sure she wants to cut inside at the end of the corner. So she's really preparing passing at the end of the corner. When she is there, she is higher on the track. So when she will start to go down, the fact that she is higher on the track, she will get some free speed that can help her to pass. So as you see, now Mathilde is going up because she cannot keep the line, and then Georgia is passing inside, trying to pass inside using the track. So this one was a very good example to see how to take the line. What's happening here, it's a little bit of tactic, it's a little different from the corner, but probably Georgia can feel that the Chinese Taipei skater is not close behind. So there is no risk that this skater can pass inside. So she is able to open a little more, take a little more distance. On this track it was banked very good, so she can use the height of the track, very typical of the Italian. They have a lot of experience about this. And then when she decides to create the speed, she go more down to change her line, and it's a big opportunity to pass. Next one is again Edwin Estrada, Elton de Souza, Simon Albrecht, and the guy from Italy, I forget his name, but he was very good at this championship, also very good at the European Championship. Here you can see also they are not very down. Maybe the Italian is the one with the lowest in position. You can see Elton with the arm position is struggling for finding the balance. Let's go to see this. So here, also what's important in the corner, so especially when there is a long rolling moment like this, it's super important to be the first one who starts skating. So the level of agility will help to do this. If you are the first one to start crossing, basically you will have more chance to get a good acceleration out of the corner. So in this part, let's look who is skating first. And you can see Estrada is starting to skate first, almost one step before everybody. Then Simon is start skating, and then everybody skating. But you see, when Estrada is already the fastest here and he's skating the first in the corner, then it's very hard to pass him. It's very hard to pass him because he's the first one who creates speed out of the corner. So it's all about taking some risk how early you want to start crossing. If you start to cross too early and you miss one step, it's not good. But if you are able to manage to cross first, then it's super easy. It's not super easy, but it's much easier. One more detail I want to look. Now they are just full speed at this moment, so it's quite good. It was very difficult track, this one. Again, same example, you can see the Colombian, she starts skating before Mathilde here, so then she has more chance to pass, basically. So it's alpha cross before. So that's when you want to pass somebody in second position, you want to make, you have the advantage because you can see when the other one will start skating. So if you really want to pass here, you see she has like maybe half a step to create speed before, and it's very good. Okay, nice. So which one is next sequence? It's the same one with the slow motion. A very good position from Mathilde from France in the corner. She's super compact, very good, leaning very good. She keeps the hip quite flat in the corner, so it's also nice. Kind of jumping out of the corner, it's also very good the way they do this. Yeah, I go again in slow motion because I like, you see the landing of Mathilde is quite good. You're almost sure she will land with all the wheels together. Almost all the wheels together. You see a little bit from the back, but yeah, for this track it was very good. Let's check how she do with the right leg. You see the right leg also the same. Little landing from the back part, but also very good. And it's very nice position, quite compact with the upper body, almost perfect to use all the power. So just to summarize a little bit again, for me the main point you have to look is really the landing of the skate. If your landing is not good, it's very hard to create the right pressure in the corner. The second important thing is the leading, how much you can put your body weight on the left leg. This is also super important. The left leg push is the most important in the corners. The leaning is linked to the body weight transferred on the left. The hip movement, it's another technical point, is how much skater will move the hip front to back like this or like this in the corner. The best skater, they will try to have the hip very compact. If you start to lift too much like this or too much front to back like this, it's a big problem in the corner. It will happen a little bit when you go full speed, but the more static you can keep your hip, the easier you will be able to create some pressure into the ground. So you see here was a lot of little jump out of the corner. Here very slow motion of this one, and you see Estrada is controlling the Colombian, is keeping a little gap, he's forcing Airbrush to go inside, so if he do this he would lose a lot of speed, so it's kind of a tricky situation. And the first Colombian is taking a lot of risk. He is doing really good by starting to cross very early. And Edwin don't need to cross early at this moment because he wants to control the skater from Germany. So basically he will make sure that he will start skating after the guy of his team. So it's a very good way to control the other one. Especially you see at this moment they are coming back a little bit on him, and then they start skating almost together, but he keep control. When he don't start skating, it forces the other one also not to skate. So it put pressure on the people behind. And also you see there, it's a little bit slippery for everybody. Really powerful push from the left leg. Look at the landing of Simon, you see, little from the back part also. It's because he's jumping out of the corner. Also Edwin. So when you jump out of the corner, it's very hard not to lean with the heel first. But you kind of have to do it in this part of the movement, but try to do as less as possible for sure. So now we get back again to the first things. For me, the good technique and good timing. So I will summarize this. There could be a lot of more information. I cannot give in like 30 minutes or one evening all about this corner. I just wanted to take some example on this track because it's also special. It's not every time that it's slippery like this, and it's a special technique. So you have a different step, and you will basically see more of the mistake on this kind of track than on a classic Vesmaco track. Remember those few points. First, make sure your landing is very good as much as possible with all the wheels together. Make sure you are leaning in the corner, but not too much. If you lean too much, you will basically lose too much pressure on your wheels. So you will find the right balance in leaning when you are sure that you have enough body weight on the left leg. If you have too much body weight on the left leg plus leaning, then your left leg go away from you super fast. And that's a sign that there is too much leaning. If your left leg is pushing and you can control the speed of this left leg, that means the leaning is quite good. If you're pushing too slow with the left leg, it's probably not enough leaning, or it would mean also that the pressure go on the right leg. Make sure that you can make this little double jump movement when it's a slippery track or when you want to make sure you get very good acceleration to pass. Almost all the good skaters, they are able to manage this. And make sure you don't have too much hip movement during the corner. It's a very big problem when the hip is moving a lot. It will have a lot of influence on the way you're landing your skate. So it's a little bit connected. If your hip is going up, then your brain and the position you have in memory to land your skate will be wrong. So every time, if your hip is stable, it's easier to get the feeling of the good landing. So maybe I can check if you have a few questions in the comment. My voice is a little slow. Okay, so if you have any question, you can ask them now. Maybe we have, let's say, 5-10 minutes about question. Thank you for the nice comment. I have quite good comments about my channel. I hope to reach very soon 10,000 subscribers. So it should be maybe this week. I recommend also you to go to see, there is other good channel. Victor Torup has a very good channel. Felix Reinen also a very good channel. And they are doing, Felix, and he's doing also some live every Sunday on the Power Slide brand channel for Instagram, not YouTube there. So it's quite interesting also. Alors, another question is coming. Are you able to go skating outside at all? No, at the moment we are not skating. We are not skating outside in France. We can go only 500 meters from our house, so I can run a little bit around the supermarket here, but not so much. And I'm not skating at all since 3 weeks. I just put my skate a little bit in my around the apartment, but was nothing I can do, so I just try to do a bit of dry land and I do some videos to do entertainment basically. One question from Philippe from France: why the girls put the back part of the skate more than the boys? I don't think it's actually a problem more for girls or boys. I see many boys who are doing this, but it really happens especially if the hip is moving a lot. So Maybe you think like this because the women have more flexibility in the hip, so they kind of move a little more the hip during the skating. And then it's much harder when you move the hip too much to find the right position for the landing, because it's like every step the setup is different. So I think it's one of the big reasons. If the hip is more stable, it's easier to feel exactly where you want to land your skate. Basically, also, if you land your skate with the back part first, it's also probably because you try to land too much in front. So it's quite good to land in front, to land your skate in front of you, because you will get a longer pushing time, you will get more pressure. But if you land too much in front, probably you land a lot with the heel first. How could we do dry land for the corners? So there is some exercise of dry land for the corners, and you need to use like a little bit of cable. The high-speed skater, they do this a lot, and I'm not sure I have one here, and you need a partner also. So maybe I will try to do a video about this if I can find something to create this cable, and I will show you some good exercise for this, because it's super useful, and it's very nice to work with a cable to simulate the corner. Tutorial are very helpful. Thank you. And point. Thanks for learning. I really like. You can watch this target theory video. Yes, Jorn saw the video. We speak a lot today and yesterday about this, and it's quite a good video. The target theory video is very good to understand all this pushing moment. Okay, so thanks for the questions. Thanks for following this live. Maybe I will try to do one more at the end of the week, and I will maybe prepare something. Maybe one more super leg will come on the channel this week, and maybe I will try to do a video about how to walk the corner with off skate and using a cable or something, or elastic or something like this. Okay, thank you for being there, and I see you in another day. I will put on my Instagram when will be the next live. Thank you for following. Bye bye.